I do remember hearing when I was in jail, it's August 11th, 23. Happy birthday, Bree. Maybe I write it to her. Alright. I do remember being in jail back in the single digit years. One homeless guy saying to another while they're in the detox pod for alcohol, they were detoxing from alcohol, no question. He says to the other one, "We're the ones that don't die. We're the ones that have to suffer it through this way." Like something along the lines of what we were going through on top of his words. It's kind of like narration while you're taking a dump on yourself. Like recognizing that you're just a seed in the turd of life. Which takes me around to what I was thinking about in the car and thought to pick up the recorder and say. That the only difference between a steaming pile of shit... Okay, before I get to that, I need to say this. I was a piece of shit. I was an entire turd. I wasn't the shit like somebody could say when they're at the top of their game and they're the one where they could even say something stupid like it's lonely at the top. Well, it's lonely at the bottom too. And the bad part is there's a whole bunch of us. I mean, a whole bunch of us. And we're all singing we're started at the bottom because we're here. Because we're there. But we're not actually singing that, no. I don't want someone to regret a song. That song really did touch my heart. It did actually give me some oomph to try harder. So that's something to remember. But I definitely was a turd. And the only thing that would stop it is if I stopped using drugs. Stopped feeding shit in the shit bag that I was becoming. And being called. And I literally heard one of my quote-unquote descendants tell me that I was just a bag of shit. I was just a shit bag. Well, the only difference between a pile of shit and excellent soil is time. So stop being what it is that you felt that you were and could be called, and you will turn into the best soil on the planet. They will make legends out of you because it will be terra preta. Yeah. Stuff that the ancient Mayans or Aztecs or Incans, one of these guys, came up with somehow. I think that it was the first time we'd ever come across organic soil gardening, and we didn't know anything about mycorrhiza. And the gift of legends is that I don't need to soil it. Pardon my pun. So let me continue. There was a seed of faith, a mustard seed, if you will, because that's the one to really consider. I had to consider why I ever had a seed of doubt. I was trash. When you're trash and you don't have a faith, something else takes hold, a cancer. But I don't need to consider that. These were things that I was to consider when I got well. So excellent soil with a seed of faith and an open Bible in my lap. And time away from drugs. There's your time. And as the time goes from hours to days to weeks to months. And then those months become long. And then you start to respect the fact that you have months. And then you recognize that those months accumulate over 100 days, not just 90, but 3 digits. And then you double that. And then you triple that. And then you got a year. And when you got to a year, I was already good. Triple digits had me. I was so amazed that 90 days didn't. I was like, it's just a day, it's just a day, it's just a day, it's just a day. I'll never forget Michelle's words. 365, 366. When she picked up her ear chip. So don't get yourself all weird about that glow in the dark fucking tag. Get that black one. be able to pick up a chip again, just like back in the beginning. Because God knows I should have a drawer full of white chips. God knows I have bags. I couldn't keep a drawer. They're in bags and boxes in the garage of my parents' house. A sad testament to a failing life as a result of shoulda, coulda, woulda, can't. It's one thing when you take can't and you make it even more like disabled by putting an I in the freaking word itself. Reminding yourself that you yourself can't even say the word right. Can't. I mean, look, I'm grateful I never said that to somebody, but that's how I would feel saying that eventually. I can't say this. This is so stupid. I find myself saying that phrase often. I can't say this. I can't say this. So just know that I'm a work in progress, and I do hope that I happily and healthily stun. I happily and healthily make joyous pride. I hope I mean my words. I hope my words can have the meaning I drove when I hope I can drive it home. God love. God that God's got love. Faith, hope, and love. Spirit of love. All right.